We now have 130 local businesses on our business coalition, all concerned about this project, and thousands of signatures on our petition. From the draft environmental impact statement, I'll be really quick here. Under physical protection, they quote a fellow named Moore. I didn't look into it, but this study is from 1999. I'm sure there's got to be something a little more recent than this. Things like physical protection. Simple physical barriers at the site can easily prevent some very serious accidental releases. I'm quoting from the DSEIS. The Finger Lakes truck rail unloading facility will be fenced, as will the brine pond. And then they go on to talk about the existing gate will remain in place. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think a fence is going to hold back a vapor cloud liquefied petroleum gas. And on page 152, emergency plans. Management should consider all potential emergencies that the site might experience. Prior to the commencement of operations, Finger Lakes will submit to the DEC and local emergency officials an operations maintenance and contingency plan. This plan will, among other things, contain an emergency response plan described below. And it goes on, it doesn't really describe anything. We think that this draft environmental impact statement is woefully inadequate when it comes to public safety concerns. And we think that there's regulatory language in SEEKR that addresses this in section 617.9, subsection B, paragraph 5, and it goes on and on. A statement and evaluation of potential significant adverse environmental impacts at a level of detail that reflects the severity of the impacts and the reasonable likelihood of their occurrence. The draft EIS should identify and discuss the following where applicable and significant: A, reasonably related short-term and long-term impacts, cumulative impacts, and other associated environmental impacts. B, those adverse environmental impacts that cannot be avoided or adequately mitigated if the proposed action is implemented. And then from section paragraph 6, and such information is essential to an agency's SEEKR findings. The EIS must identify the nature and relevance of unavailable or uncertain information, provide a summary of existing credible scientific evidence if available, and assess the likelihood of occurrence, even if the probability of occurrence is low, and the consequences of the potential impact using theoretical approaches or research methods generally accepted in the scientific community. And then it ends, this analysis would likely occur in the review of such actions as an oil supertanker port, a liquid propane gas, liquid natural gas facility, or the siting of a hazardous waste treatment facility. It does not apply in the review of such actions as shopping malls, residential subdivisions, or office facilities. So we're wondering if this body of legislators would follow the lead of Senator Michael Mazzolio in sending a letter as a legislative body to the DEC asking for a quantitative risk assessment.
Anyone want to react to that?
I'd like to hear from our own Tom O'Mara and Chris Friend that represent this area.
We're still waiting to hear from Tom O'Mara. We met with him
Didn't
last
have taken from his perspective, but I want to hear from our own elected people that represent Schuyler County.
I just would like to make one point, and that's that the public comment period has been extended until November 14th. If this body is going to make a written comment, it would have to be in by then.
Has a quantitative, qualitative risk assessment ever been done for a similar propane facility in the country?
That I couldn't tell you. According to a PhD chemical engineer, most companies that are planning on building out a facility like this will do a QRA prior to.
And with all your research, you haven't been able to find one that has done that?
I haven't looked that hard, quite honestly.
It was never done in 1960.
Probably not, for a lot of things weren't done in 1960. I mean,
Have you
even
folks-
the generic EIS is.
Have you folks visited their facility at the NICEAG gas station or the Sabona
I don't think I was
LPG
invited.
facility?
I don't believe I was invited.
Have you ever tried to visit there?
No.
This is really not the time to make resolutions and things like that. This is a public comment, not a